Our choreographer, who was then a complete unknown, is a woman named Patricia Birch, who's since done tons of great Broadway musicals. She was the one who used to put our little rock and roll stuff together when I played Phyllis and the Pharaohs, that group that was so hilarious. We were teaching the PH sound, that F sounds like PH also, PH sounds like F. It was an extraordinary experience. We had to learn new sketches every single day. When I was still working on it 5 times a week, it was exhausting work. It was really exhausting. We got to the point where we really needed cue cards, and we got so expert at it. You know, we just take glances or make ourselves look as if we were thinking of something, and look at the dialogue, because you do have to teach the lesson. I mean, if you're going to teach it, you must teach it properly. You can't skirt and fudge around that. I made up some of my own characters, which just worked wonderfully. My little brat, I played a brat whom I named Pandora, because when they opened the box, out she came with all the evils of the world, and she wore big blonde sausage curls.
A talk like this high is be Pandora.
I love her. My daughter still loves her. I still do Pandora for her. And she wore a big Baby Snooks kind of dress, big pink dress with a huge pink bow. And she always had Mary Janes that were swallowing up her socks. Because I remember when I was a kid, my socks were always being swallowed up by my shoes. And lots of Band-Aids on her knees and shins, because she was that kind of kid. She was my favorite character, and that she was the favorite of the crew, too. The crew loved her, because I'd get very salty when I had that dress on. Very un-Pandora. And another character that, it's not that I invented her, is that I played her once and they liked her so much that they brought her back. Like the movie director that I played, that we called her the Nazi. We called her Otto Sir. Oh God, Morgan Freeman played the best thing in that. He always played the cue card guy, and I'd take my writing crop and say to the actor, "You didn't get that right. This is the word." And he'd have Band-Aids all over his fingers, because I'd be beating the hell out of that card, and his hands would be bandaged. And I used to call him Marcello. I named him Marcello. And he had his hair standing up like this. That was one of my favorite characters. And we were able to ad lib now and then and just have some great laughs. There were some massive breakups in that show. Massive breakups. And because it's a children's show, we of course tended to get rather naughty. Bill Cosby being one of the naughtiest. And obviously we're not going to talk about what he said or what he did, but it was very, very funny. And at the same time, we were doing these children such a great service. What is also fascinating is that we had an enormous adult audience, and the most sophisticated people. At the time, the man who was running ABC, Fred Silverman, was a big watcher. Lena Horne loved the Electric Company. James Taylor and Carly Simon, they were married at the time, used to watch it religiously. There were lots of people like that, in addition to just the general populace, who loved the Electric Company.